So he's doing incredible things all over the world, breaking record after record. So if you look to the builder's building, the flat portion of the roof below the mansard roof, it lines up perfectly with the arms of the building next door, the LaSalle Wacker building, which is a classic Art Deco shape. It looks like a chair or a throne. This is why so many Art Decos look like that. In 1917, the city of Chicago passed an ordinance. Buildings were starting to become very tall, which was unprecedented, and the city did not know what to expect long term. So Chicago developed this fear that these buildings would be so tall and there would be so many of them that they would obstruct the sunlight from coming down into the streets. So to prevent our streets from becoming these dark, airless canyons, the ordinance was passed. The buildings could be as tall as you like. There was no limit to the overall height. And LaSalle Wacker, coming up on the right side, is a great example of this. So there was no limit to the overall height as long as you included a setback at specifically designated heights along the way. So about 2/3 of the way up, where those arms are sticking out, that was the height. Stopped at that height. You could not go any higher at that time without it. So this was passed in 1917. Deco was very prevalent in the 1920s, so those designs had to adhere to the ordinance, thus taking on that classic shape. Now you will notice we have plenty of air, plenty of sunlight coming down into our streets. The city's fear had subsided, and the ordinance has since been lifted. So you're going to see plenty of buildings that are much taller, no setback required. 77 West Wacker coming up on the right side, a great example of that. It will be immediately to your right once we're under the bridge. And if you want to look up all the way to the very top of the building, and of course it just keeps going and going, no setback needed, that pediment up at the very top might look familiar to you. This is a postmodernistic take on the Greek Parthenon, obviously in much grander proportions. Sleek postmodern design, one of my personal favorites along the main branch of the Chicago River. Up ahead to the right, silver pieces in the window. That is the Leo Burnett building housing the Leo Burnett Advertising Agency. They have brought us the Pillsbury Doughboy, Tony the Tiger, the Jolly Green Giant, all of those popular ad campaigns that have been around for many years. And then up ahead, in the distance, a little bit off to the right side, shimmering gold terracotta on top of that dark green tapered base, that is the Hard Rock Hotel, formerly the Carbide and Carbon building. It was designed to look like a champagne bottle. That was the intent. Daniel Burnham had sons who were architects, and allegedly they came up with that idea after an evening of heavy drinking, and they did follow through. I will say the gold terracotta at the top of the space is very reminiscent of the floor on top of a bottle of champagne. The Jewelers building a little bit closer to us on the right side. That large dome top and center, smaller domes on the corners. That large dome, top and center, is currently Helmut Jahn's office showroom. I mentioned before, the coolest office in the city of Chicago. Well, there it is, right up there. At least in my opinion. Right up there. But formerly, that dome was the Stratosphere Lounge, which did serve as a speakeasy during the Prohibition era. Because this building had a very specific design conducive to housing an underground operation. It was designed for jewelers to drive their cars right into the building, onto these large elevators, and be lifted up to their respective floors so they wouldn't have to unload their precious cargo without anyone really knowing what was going on while you were in the building. On your right side, nestled in between the Wyndham and London House is Mather Tower, very slender, tapered design. In the 1920s, Mather Tower was the tallest building. You'll see a concave curve and heavy ornamentation, Beaux Art columns, griffins, urns. Louis Sullivan really wanted us to showcase these innovative steel frame technologies at the fair, but Burnham was the chief, so the style that he loved, buildings just like this, much more prevalent at the Columbian Exposition. And then, for the duration of the tour, as we're coming to a close pretty soon, I'll be focused on the left side. You'll see Tribune Tower, medieval cathedral structure at the top, the American flag waving. Tribune Tower was complete in 1925, designed by Hood and Howells of New York City, who were contest winners. Robert McCormick held a contest, and the winner would be whoever designed the most beautiful office building in the world, according to him. So they won a prize of $100,000 and construction of their design. At the time, many people felt this design was too retroactive to be the winner of that contest. But at this point in time, Tribune Tower is one of the most beautiful, beloved buildings in the city of Chicago. Quick recommendation to you. If you have a few minutes immediately following this tour, Tribune Tower is a very close walk from our office, 2 blocks, 5 minutes. Generally does not coincide with our tour, which is fine. The captain would have to stop the boat, we'd have to wait. But if you go to the end of the boat dock, take a left, you'll walk right into the fountain. Again, in the neighborhood, definitely worthwhile to check out. It looks a lot different if you walk up to it, as opposed to viewing it from the boat. And then past this development on your left side, that glass building, you'll see Tribune Tower again from this vantage point. Remember Tribune Tower, it has that medieval cathedral structure at the top. So it is going up. But I bring it up only because where Tribune Tower now stands is essentially where Chicago began. In the late 1700s, Jean-Baptiste du Sable made his home in that area of what would be Chicago. He is considered to be the first permanent resident of the city. Du Sable was of Haitian descent.